이 한국만의 리미티드 에디션 그런 게 좀 개발이 되면 좋지 않을까 생각이 문득 듭니다.
Maybe we look for some very special Korean craft people that we can work together.
와, 근데 소맥잔 개발하시면 정말 대박 날 것 같아요. 소맥잔. 네, 안녕하세요. 와인으로 가득한 우리만의 아지트 와지트의 호스트를 맡은 엄혜원입니다.
네, 안녕하십니까. 여러분의 와인 친구 솜TJ 노태정 소믈리에입니다. 반갑습니다.
무슨 취미이든지 저희가 시작을 하고 나면은 장비병이 도지기 마련이잖아요. 사실 제가 그렇거든요. 노솜님은 와인을 드실 때 가장 중요한 장비가 뭐라고 생각하세요?
깔아놓고 물어보시니까 사실 소믈리에 입장에서는 소믈리에 나이프, 디켄터, 와인 글라스 다 중요하죠. 그런데 와인을 마실 때는 역시 와인 글라스가 가장 중요할 수밖에 없는 것 같습니다.
그래서 오늘은 이제 와인잔에 대한 모든 궁금증을 풀어보고자 정말 유명한 모르시는 분들이 없을 거라고 생각이 들어요. 리델에서 직접 출연을 해주셨습니다. 네, 소개 한번 부탁드립니다.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure to be back to Korea. I think first time I came about 30 years ago to introduce the Riedel concept for the first time to Korea, and it's great to see how the market has changed, how the people's attitude to wine has changed, has become much more sophisticated. So it's great to be here. Thank you so much.
저희가 언제 한번 와인잔에 대해서 모든 궁금증을 한번 풀어봐야겠다 제가 생각은 하고 있었거든요. 와인잔의 마스터 같으신 분이 직접 이렇게 나와주실 줄은 상상도 못했던 것 같아요. 섭외에 응해주신 이유가 있을까요?
I mean, Korea has come such a long way in its enjoyment of fine wine. So to have this kind of show, to explore the depth of wine and all the little details and nuances is amazing to see. And I don't think there's too many countries where you go into this kind of level of depth of interest in wine and wine enjoyment.
최고의 와인잔과 함께 마실 와인이 조금 궁금해지는데요. 어떤 잔에 마셔야 최고의 퍼포먼스가 나올지 비교하면서 오늘 마셔보기로 했죠.
사실 이제 리델에서는 쉐입에 따른 어떤 와인을 마실 때 어떤 향과 맛의 변화 이런 것들에 대해서 굉장히 좀 진심인 브랜드이고 품종별로 글라스가 다 고안이 되어 있거든요. 그래서 그 부분에 중점을 맞춰서 또 리델에서 익스피리언스라는 어떤 글라스별 테이스팅이 있습니다. 예, 그 부분을 우리가 오늘 직접 좀 경험하는 식으로 보도록 할게요.
제가 알기로는 이제 레드나 화이트에 따라서도 잔이 다른 걸로 알고 있는데 특히나 또 품종에 따라서도 와인잔이 다른 걸로 알고 있거든요. 품종별로 와인잔이 왜 달라야 되는지 한번 설명해 주시면 좋을 것 같아요.
Well, first of all, white wine glasses are smaller than red wine glasses. And white wine glasses are bigger than spirits glasses. So there's kind of three different different sizes of glasses. And because the reason Riedel exists as such is because each wine has a different DNA of a grape variety. And the different wines as such have different flavor profiles. And a wine glass can maximize the harmony and highlight the unique characteristics of the different flavor profiles of wines. Hence, you have different shaped glasses. It's like playing golf. When you play golf only with one club, you don't get very far. But so you have different clubs for different techniques, different distances to get the best result for your enjoyment or for your sport.
그럼 와인잔을 테스트 하실 때는 모두 블라인드 테이스팅을 하시나요?
Well, in order to find the ideal shape, the grape varietal specific shape that matches the grape variety, we don't use computers, we don't use designers, we use the palettes of winemakers and wine experts that help us to fine-tune the ideal glass shapes in what we call a workshop, and it's by elimination. And the tastings are always done blind, but the voting is open, which means it's very transparent and such very democratic system to find the ideal shape for a wine.
그럼 와인 전문가라 함은 소믈리에 분들만 계시나요?
Initially, it was sommeliers. Like 50, 60 years ago, we used to work with sommeliers to create the glasses, and our most important series that we have, the original series of Riedel's varietal-specific glasses, was called Sommelier series, and it's still selling very well and still very popular. And some of the shapes have never been surpassed in performance, but today we are working mostly with winemakers. So because the winemaker can give us the vision for their wine, and then they will give us the flavor profile, the target for the flavor profile of their wine, and that allows us to really fine-tune the workshops in such a way that we find the right shape.
테이스팅을 한번 해보려고 해요. 각 다른 잔에 마셔보면서 해볼 건데 어떻게 하면 돼요?
Well, it's very simple. We have wine, red wine, of course, in the cup, Pinot Noir. And a Pinot Noir, as you would know, is a grape, a very thick grape with very thin skins. So the wine itself, the color of the wine is relatively light. The acidity is relatively high because it comes from a cool climate. And the tannins are medium to soft, which is very characteristic for Pinot Noir. First of all, let's smell what's in the cup. It's wine. But it's not very distinct. It's not very expressive, so to speak. So let's pour maybe half of it into this glass here on your left, the two glasses, half each. And then when we taste wine in general, of course, with a glass, a varietal-specific glass or any other wine glass, wine-friendly glass, we always hold, of course, we swirl the wine in the glass, which increases the evaporation surface of the wine inside. We can also tilt the glass in order to coat the inner surface, which even further enhances the aromas in the wine glass. And then when we smell, of course, we look at the color first. It's a very light color. It's quite sort of orangey color already. Maybe it's a little bit aged already. It has an aged kind of character. And you see the tears falling down from the sides. It's a sign of the sugar content, the alcohol content, the viscosity, the alcohol. And you can tell a lot about the wine just by looking at its color. So when we swirl, we put our nose in and can really smell the very fine red fruit aromas, sort of a strawberry aroma, raspberry, very distinct for the Pinot Noir grape variety.
오, 진짜 다르네요.
완전 다르죠. 아까 플라스틱 잔이랑 비교하면은.
And from the plastic cup, it was a very, very disappointing. And what we have here is the aromas inside of the glass. Aromas develop in different layers according to the specific weight of the aroma molecules. The heaviest scent is the alcohol, and then you have these kind of brown aromas, sort of green aromas, and more the floral and fruit aromas are the lightest, and they would go up quicker. So when you swirl, they all blend in together and form a beautiful bouquet of aromas from the fruit itself, from the winemaking, and also from the aging.
보통 그 1차 아로마 같은 경우에 이제 포도 품종 본연의 고유의 향 같은 경우에 꽃이나 과일 향이잖아요. 처음에 스월링을 하지 않고 이제 향을 맡으라는 이유가 분자가 가장 가벼워요. 그래서 스월링을 하게 되면은 빨리 이제 날아가는 부분이 있거든요. 그것과 연관해서 지금 말씀하시는 게 이제 그 아로마의 분자별로 지금 여기가 이제 레이어드가 된다. 그거를 좀 말씀을 주신 것 같아요. 그래서 1차 아로마가 제일 가벼우니까 이제 위쪽으로 가는 거고, 세컨 아로마나 서드 아로마는 이제 좀 분자가 무겁기 때문에 이제 아래쪽에 있다. 그런 의미겠죠.
그러면은 그 와인잔 테이스팅은 어떻게 진행을 하는 걸까요?
Well, let's try from the other glass. Let's try from a different shape, which is actually a glass made not for Pinot Noir, for Cabernet Sauvignon. And you see it has a different shape. And we can also, of course, we can swirl the wine. And when we smell it here, it's very, very different. It has a much more diffused aroma, has a bit more earthiness. It's not so typical for this kind of red fruit Pinot Noir character. This glass will also show a little bit more alcohol. You have more alcohol coming through, which kind of overlaps the delicate fruit aromas. So if you go back to the Pinot Noir glass, much less alcohol, which lets the floral and fruit aromas come forward.
피노누아의 그런 섬세한 그 꽃이나 과일의 아로마들을 더 잘 표현해 주는 것 같고요. 부르고뉴 글라스가. 예. 그에 비해서 보르도 글라스 같은 경우에는 붉은 과일의 향이 올라오긴 하지만 그 향이 그렇게 강하지 않은 느낌, 그리고 약간 얼티한 그런 느낌에다가 좀 알코올 향이 좀 더 강하게 올라오는 거죠. 그래서 두 개를 비교했을 때 부르고뉴 글라스로 테이스팅을 하면 훨씬 더 아로마틱하고 꽃이나 과일의 향들이 더 잘 표현이 되는 것 같아요.
제 수준으로 한번 비교를 해보자면요. 이 잔으로 향을 맡았을 때는 좀 따뜻해요. 구름 같은 따뜻한 느낌이 있거든요. 둥글둥글. 근데 이 글라스로 냄새를 맡았을 때는 차가워요. 알코올이 팍 올라오는 그런 느낌. 그러면은 이제 많은 분들이 궁금해하실 만한 와인잔에 대한 질문도 시작해 보겠습니다. 우선 와인잔의 역할에 대해서 조금 자세하게 짚고 넘어가야 될 것 같아요. 이제 와인 시음에 있어서 와인잔의 역할은 얼마나 크다고 생각하세요?
Because it's the messenger of the wine. It is the loudspeaker of the wine. It can enhance the wine. It is an amplifier. It is an instrument to enjoy wine, and it's just like a golf club, or just like clothes that are tailored exactly to the shape of the body. It's just what we do also with fashion. We tailor according to the different characteristics of a person or the style, and this is also what the wine glasses can do.
노썸님도 동의하시나요?
기억나요? 예전에 그 우리 와인강 형님 나오셨을 때 그걸로 저랑 싸웠잖아요. 이제 와인 마실 때 저는 이제 와인 글라스에 이왕이면 꼭 마시면 좋겠다고, 그 형님은 그게 뭐가 그렇게 중요하냐 이제 하셨는데, 자리마다 뭐 차이는 있고 뭐 그렇겠지만 그래도 저는 좀 고수하는 게, 와인은 와인잔에 마셨을 때 적합한 와인잔에 마셨을 때 그 와인의 정말 진면모를 제대로 볼 수 있다고 생각을 하거든요. 그래서 지금 저는 너무 재밌어요. 정말 누가 봐도 너무 이쁜 피노누아거든요. 근데 느낌이 다른 거야. 그래서 오늘 저는 다시 한번 깨닫는 건데, 정말 와인 글라스의 역할이 중요하구나.
같은 와인도 잔에 따라서 더 좋은 퍼포먼스를 발휘할 수 있다는 과학적인 근거가 있는 거예요?
It is drinking from vessels is something that we are not born with. We do not, as children, we have two automated human reflexes. The first, when we are born, we know how to breathe and we know how to swallow, but we don't know how to drink from vessels. Sometimes, when we are babies, we spill it. So in order to learn how to drink from vessels, we have to practice first. And once, after a few years as a child, you become very accustomed to drink from a glass without spilling, because you intuitively adjust your whole physiology to the shape of the vessel and the amount of liquid in it. So when you look at how I'm tasting here right now, and you look at, in order to get to the liquid, what I have to do, I automatically have to shift my head upwards. I have to make a ooh. And by doing that, my tongue shape will move like this. My tongue surface will go like this. Everything will change. And because this glass is shaped like that, the liquid will go to the tip of the tongue. And this is what makes all the difference. How the wine will flow into your mouth, at what speed, how much wine, it's always different from every time you drink from a different vessel.
네, 그럼 대표적으로 레드랑 화이트, 와인잔 형태가 다르잖아요. 이렇게 구분하는 데 가장 큰 이유는 뭘까요?
White wines, red wines have different amount of flavor contributors. When we look at a white wine, some of them have two flavor contributors, which is the fruit from the juice and the yeast. They are matured in oak, they are fermented in oak tanks, so that doesn't give any flavor. Some white wines have three components, which is the fruit, the yeast, and oak. It was matured in oak. And red wines have four flavor contributors: fruit, yeast, oak, and tannins, skin contact. And this will, in a way, determine the size of the glass. And because of these different characteristics of less flavor contributors, like in a white wine than to red wine, the white wines are also served at cooler temperatures in order to maximize the harmony of the aromas. And red wines, of course, are best develop their best qualities of aroma at slightly higher temperatures, but below 18, 20 degrees, where they can really unfold and express themselves fully. So I just explained, right? So pay attention. Just drink normally and pay attention what happens to your physiology when you drink. And you will see that the wine will flow to the very tip of the tongue first and see what happens. Goes to the tip of the tongue first, sweet fruit, very sweet fruit, almost no acidity. You have acidity there, but it's very sweet, very balanced. And with Pinot Noir, the main components are the fruit, to balance the fruit, how to manage the fruit and the acidity. Beautifully integrated.
되게 신기하네요. 되게 과학적이네요.
와인 지름에 따라서 입술을 이제 오므리고 이렇게 이 정도가 이 와인이 이제 어디로 들어가는지 그거에 대해서는 알고 있었는데 이 끝에 쉐입에 의해서 이 혀의 위치까지 혀의 모양까지 고려하는 건 몰랐어요. 와, 되게 이거 근데 진짜 신기합니다. 예, 정말 과학적입니다. 예.
Now try from the other glass. So when we taste from this glass, you will see that I don't have to go back as much. It's much more horizontal, and the wine, the tongue shape is flat. And it will go into the sides, and you will have more acidity. And the delicate fruit is losing out the acidity and the tannins. Beautifully balanced.
진짜 신기하다.
진짜 신기한데?
얘는요, 혀 끝에 닿아요, 먼저. 얘는 혀 중앙에 닿아요. 이 본능적으로 그렇게 마시게 돼요. 너무 신기하다. 그러면은 아마 그 또 시청자분들이 가장 궁금해하실 것 같은데 집에 딱 한 종류의 와인잔만 사야 된다면 어떤 종류의 잔을 추천하세요?
That's a very tough question because I have so many at home and I never get into the situation where I have to choose one. But I mean, one club is better than no club. I mean, it depends really. I mean, there is some glasses that it's like golf. Mini golf is one club, one putter, that's it. You cannot go very far, doesn't go very deep. You can still move the ball into your, but that's about it. In order to find, I mean, just those two glasses here, you saw when you have only this glass, it's very hard to enjoy Pinot Noir. My recommendation to only have one glass. If you only drink the same wine, just take one glass and you can enjoy that wine perfectly.
그러면은 딱 한 가지가 아니라 레드, 화이트, 스파클링별로 와인 입문자들이 처음 와인을 접하면서 구매하면 좋을 와인잔. 사실 입문자분들은 품종 잘 모르실 수 있단 말이에요. 그런 조합이 있을까요, 와인잔?
I would always, in order to introduce people to wine, I would always start with what they like and then expand. I mean, usually people have a preference for cool climate wines or warm climate wines. Warm climate wines would be like a Chardonnay from California, or a Bordeaux wine would be cool, warm climate. Riesling, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Noir are cool climate wines which have more acidity. So people are either leaning towards a tolerance of acidity or tannins. And depending on that, they would then choose the wines white or red, and then also could choose the glass towards that. So I think the minimum is to have a white wine glass for your favorite white wine and a red wine glass for your favorite style of red wine. And then have one glass for sparkling or for champagne, because bubbles, again, have a whole different dynamic in your mouth. You want a certain flow in order to really enjoy the bubbles at the fullest.
저는 추천받은 게 이 오글라스요.
누구한테?
소믈리에님한테요.
저요?
네. 집에서 혼자 와인 마시고 싶은데 와인잔이 없으니까 입문용으로 하나 제가 추천받았는데 그때 노쏘님께서 이거 5글라스 말씀을 주셨었어요. 그 노쏘님은 어떤 거 추천하세요?
딱 하나 추천하라면은 보르도 글라스. 왜냐면 이제 가장 일반적인 이제 형태니까.
그러면은 또 궁금한 게 울프강이 집에서 가장 아끼는 와인잔이 있다면 어떤 걸까요? 리델이 아닐 수도 있잖아요.
It's very hard to choose between your children. But there is one glass that's definitely always a joy to touch, to hold, and to see what it means is the Sommelier Grand Cru shape, the shape in different executions we have even with black tie or with sommelier. That's a shape that when you have the right wine, big Pinot Noir or big Burgundy, it's just unsurpassed in its we should get it in its haptic appeal. When you hold it, it's a whole different experience. Also, often it's not just about the taste and the aroma. Of course, it's very important and it's key to enjoy, but it's everything. It's the company you drink with. It's the atmosphere you are in. It's sometimes even the visuals that you have around, and especially the haptics. When you touch, the sense of touch gives you so much information that adds to the pleasure of drinking wine, and that glass is definitely my favorite. Because at the end of the day, Riedel was the first company, the original creator of wine-friendly stemware. Klaus Riedel was the first person to discover the egg shape of wine glasses. He was the founder of this, was the inventor. And in a way, if we look at this glass in the back, there is 60 years old, that big glass over there, 60 years old, and it's still unsurpassed for its beauty and its performance. And at the end of the day, all the other glasses that were made from 20 years ago are kind of copies of Riedel concept. Anything that's egg-shaped is a copy of a Riedel glass. So in a way, we feel quite honored that they like to emulate us.
계속 제가 엉뚱한 질문하는 것 같은데 와인잔에 다른 거 드셔보신 적 있으세요? 뭐 커피라든지 괜찮았던 게 있었나요?
Yes, absolutely. We have also spirits glasses. I think spirits glasses are very underappreciated because most people think, you know, cognac, you have to have a big snifter and you roll it like this. But it's actually not very helpful for cognac or for spirits. So spirits glasses are usually very small, and we have also varietal specific spirits glasses, which is an amazing experience when you taste the different tequila or cognac or single malt, the different spirits when you drink them neat. But even cocktails, you can do the same with cocktail glasses, and you will have cocktail glasses emphasize alcohol and de-emphasize alcohol, which is very important for the consumer, also for the bartender. For example, a Manhattan, which is high alcohol, a Manhattan cocktail, doesn't have juice in it, doesn't have milk in it, or doesn't have cream or egg. They are not shaken, they are stirred. High alcohol, you want to deliver in a way that you don't taste the alcohol so strongly. And it's an area that is really just the same. Water will taste different. Tea will taste different. I'm sure makgeolli will taste different from different glasses. So tonight we're going to taste some makgeolli from different glasses. So I'm really looking forward to that.
그러면 이제 울프강이 좀 추구하는 가치에 대해서 좀 이야기를 해보고 싶은데요. 와인에도 종사할 수 있는 다양한 산업 분야가 있는데 왜 하필 와인잔, 그 와인 글라스를 선택을 하셨을까요?
It's an interesting question. Personally, I'm already from Kufstein, from Austria, where Riedel headquarters is in. Riedel headquarters is based in a small town in Austria, in Tyrol, in the mountains, and I'm from there, so I knew Riedel as a child. I used to even go to the factory. But then I went into the hospitality industry. I was working in hotels and restaurants, and I already was washing Riedel glasses and lots of glasses. And when I was working around the world, and I thought, you know, I'm from Austria, I know wine, I love wine, and I know the gastronomy. So I contacted Riedel, and 36 years later, I'm still working for the company because it's a brand is the products speak for themselves. You don't have to come up with some marketing slogan. If once you demonstrate the glasses, they will speak for themselves, and they are true products that I always could fully identify with. And this is why I'm still very proud to work with Riedel over 36 years ago.
그러면 이제 판매나 좀 마켓에 대한 이야기도 좀 여쭙고 싶은데 한국이나 아시아 시장에서 뭐 구대륙과 구분해서 나타나는 좀 구매 성향이 있다면 어떤 게 있을까요?
I mean, originally when I came in 1995, first time to Korea to introduce the concept, most of the people's preference was old world, France and Italy. But in the meantime, you know, a lot of wine countries have explored Korea, and I think for daily consumption, I think one cannot always have chateau wines on a daily basis, but Korean market has become much more sophisticated, what I find from 30 years ago. People are really, really knowledgeable. People have amazing palates when you talk to sommeliers and you talk to professionals. So I think even in the COVID time, I think there was a bit of a boom. But I think people in Korea love wine as a beverage, and I think it has a very, very bright future also in the future, because people today are much younger. We did a tasting earlier this year. We had about almost 200 people at a hotel for a glass tasting, and most of the people were in their 20s and 30s. So we have a lot of interest from the younger generation in wine, which we feel very hopeful about.
그럼 좀 국가별로도 다르게 나타나는 구매 성향이 있는지도 좀 궁금해요.
In some countries, yes. Like in Australia, we would sell a lot of Shiraz glass. In Argentina, we would sell Malbec glasses. In Mexico, lots of tequila glasses. But I think in Korea and like Japan, most of the Asian countries, I think the preference for the wines is very similar. And also the numbers, like the glass numbers, like the Cabernet Sauvignon glass would be our best-selling glass of the red wines, and then followed by Pinot Noir. So that's very universal, quite around the world. So I think wherever there is no local wine industry, I think it's very, very similar. Because people, at the end of the day, people look for the same thing, or people look for similar things. They look for enjoyment of food and wine, and the human palate, the human sensory organs are looking for enjoyment and pleasure, and make sure that they have all the nutrients, and all of this is very similar. So humans around the world, unless there's a local preference for a certain grape, it's very similar.
정말 심혈을 기울여서 개발했지만 조금 이제 성적이 아쉬웠던 아픈 손가락 같은 시리즈가 있다면 뭐가 있으세요?
Yes, we have one series which is very surprising in different places because it has a very unusual shape. It's this line called Wine Wings, and it could be considered, some people love it or hate it because it has this kind of love handle which resembles a wing, or it looks like this Korean character with Tuli character, and but this line here is an absolutely fantastic tool to enjoy the wine. It looks for the secondary aromas, and it brings out the minerality of the wines as opposed to more fruit or more fruit-driven expressions. So this is this is one of the lines that we still have to work on, but people that really sommeliers, a lot of sommeliers and a lot of wine lovers, deep wine lovers, really like this line because of its performance.
그러면 울프강은 이렇게 손님이 왔을 때나 뭔가 이렇게 대접을 해야 되는 상황이 있을 때 정말 필살기 같은 그런 마리아주 조합이 있다면 어떤 게 있으세요?
Today I'm in Korea, so I would recommend to go to eat barbecued pork belly with caramelized kimchi and have it with Shiraz. Last time I was here, I was, because of the spicy combination was fantastic. Last time I was here, we had a Châteauneuf-du-Pape with at a restaurant with pork belly, and it was absolutely fantastic.
한국에 이제 뭐 1년에 한 서너 번 오신다고 하더라고요.
오, 많이 오시네요.
오실 때마다 좀 한국 음식을 많이 경험을 하시면서 한국인들 입맛에 추천하는 그런 와인과 이 한국만의 리미티드 에디션 그런 게 좀 개발이 되면 좋지 않을까 생각이 문득 듭니다. 한국인들이 좀 좋아할 만한 그런 글라스를 새롭게 좀 만들어 주시는 것도 좋을 것 같아요.
Yes, I think that's a fantastic idea, and we were talking about this today. Maybe we look for some very special Korean craft people that we can work together. We have done this in Japan. We have decorated the plate, the base with 24-karat gold plated, which is very as a limited edition in Japan. We also have used lacquerware, and we've just talked about today. There is also one material in Korea that I will not say it yet. We will have to be a surprise. We will consider to make maybe a limited edition, yes, just for Korea.
아니면 그런 것도 있어요. 뭐 예를 들어서 이제 리델 같은 경우에는 와인 글라스만 만드는 게 아니잖아요. 그러니까 우리 뭐 한국의 뭐 유명 전통주라던가 뭐 정말 뭐 소주라던가 아니면 이런 한국의 술과의 어떤 그 술을 잘 표현할 수 있는 그런 글라스를 고안하는 것도 저는 방법이라고 생각을 해요.
와, 근데 소맥잔 개발하시면 정말 대박 날 것 같아요. 소맥잔.
Yes.
제가 1바따로 사겠습니다. 울프강 만나러 간다고 하니까 주변에서 리델 너무 좋아, 너무 좋다 하시는데 딱 한 가지, 잘 깨진다 라는 그런 얘기들을 하더라고요. 어떻게 생각하세요? 조심스럽게.
No. And I tell you why. Because it is only a question of course, first of all, every glass will break one day. Yeah. Every glass. A glass is like ice. You have a little crack, it will break. Your tabletop, your cup, everything will break one day. So glass is a liquid when it's hot, and it becomes solid when it's cold, and when it cracks, it will break. So what you can do is of course to make it a little stronger by executing it slightly thicker. That's possible, and I've just brought some examples here. For example, all these 4 glasses are exactly the same bowl shape, but they have different thickness and different execution. So this is very much shorter stem and much lighter. This is very much lighter than this one. This is much more heavy, smaller. So by doing this is we would propose for people who would like to have a sturdy glass, or in a restaurant with in a banquet with lots of people drinking wine. This one is no problem to have at home when you have 6 people or up to 12 people. You can wash easily, and if you have racks and you can put them into racks in the dishwasher, it's absolutely fine to use. Or you can even get rid of the stem. Have a old glass, don't break the stem, just use an O, or use one of the glasses that are slightly stronger, and you will be fine.
네, 노쏘님께서는 좀 안 깨지는 팁이 있을 것 같아요. 안 깨지게 정리하는 팁.
좋은 글라스일수록 잘 깨져요. 말씀하신 것처럼 이제 좀 투박한 글라스들이 오히려 좀 단단한 성향이 있어요. 뭐 스템도 좀 짧고, 뭐 두껍고 하니까. 그런데 이제 좋은 글라스라는 것은 얇고 가벼운 게 좋은 글라스거든요. 그리고 또 붙인 게 아니라 한 번에 뽑아낸 이런 뭐 글라스들은 일단 뭐 굉장히 얇고 또 길쭉하고 하면은 보이기에도 굉장히 이쁘잖아요. 그럴수록 이제 더 잘 깨진다고 보시면 되고, 그리고 사실 정말 이제 동의하는데 모든 와인 글라스는 다 잘 깨지는 건 사실입니다. 예, 그런데 가장 안 깰 수 있는 팁은 최대한 안 건드리는 게 그게 이제 가장 좋은 팁이고 그래서 만약에 가정에서 이용하실 때는 예전에도 한번 이야기한 것 같은데 그날 와인 드신 글라스를 절대로 그날 설거지를 하지 마세요.
취해 있으니까.
네, 맞아요. 그래서 다음날 술이 다 깬 다음에 이제 글라스를 세척을 하시면 되고 그래서 와인 마실 때 더 긴장을 해야 되지 않을까? 뭐 그런 생각도 좀 들고요. 로버트 파커가 이런 말을 했거든요. 리델 글라스가 와인에 미치는 영향은 아무리 강조해도 지나치지 않다. 저는 정말 그 말에 동의하거든요. 어떻게 오늘 경험해 보시니까
진짜
동의하시나요?
신기했어요. 진짜 경험해보니까 너무 신기했어요.
이렇게 디테일하게 들어가면 정말 끝이 없는 것 같아요. 그렇죠? 우리가 사실 이렇게 야외에서 아니면 어디 갔을 때 와인 글라스 그냥 하나로 원 글라스로 이렇게 마시는 경우가 많잖아요. 그런데 지금 이렇게 딱 경험을 해보니까 내가 그동안 마셨던 와인들의 향과 맛이 꼭 그게 다는 아니었구나 그런 생각 누구나 다 하실 수 있을 것 같아요.
너무 오늘 신기한 경험을 한 것 같고 마지막으로 그러면 울프강이 여기 와지트에 출연한 소감이 좀 궁금합니다.
Well, I'm absolutely honored to be here. It was I had a great time today to talk about wine, talk about glasses, and it's really amazing to see how Korea has moved on from where it was in the 90s to today. It's absolutely incredible. So I can't wait to be back to Korea, hopefully soon. Because I love the food, I love the people, and I've been coming here for so many years that I always feel whenever I leave Korea, wherever I go, I feel very refreshed because the people here are so have spice, they have a life, and it's always a joy to come to Korea. So I look forward to coming back.
명언을 많이 남겨주셨는데요. 여러분의 관심과 노쏘님의 노력으로 매번 귀하고 맛있는 이야기를 저희가 듣게 되고 있는데요. 와지트도 맛있는 주제를 더 풍성하게 만들어주는 그런 와인잔 같은 존재가 되도록 노력하겠습니다. 네, 저희는 이만 마무리하도록 하고요. 더 맛있는 이야기로 다음 주에 다시 돌아올게요. 그럼 마지막으로 오늘의 마무리 인사는 울프강께서 해주시면 좋을 것 같아요.
Our special wine, Hidden Space. See you next time.
와짓.
Sorry. Okay, was it?
큐!
Our special wine, Hidden Space. Was it? See you next time.
다음 시간에 다시 만나요. 와인을 마시다 보면 와인을 얼마큼 따라야 되는지에 대해서 물어보는 사람들이 많더라고요. 얼마큼 따라야 적정량인 거예요?
가득 채우는 게 제일 좋겠죠. 네, 농담이고요.
You could fill one bottle into the glass. It will just fill it up to here.